This is a Glassbox Media podcast.
Whole Foods Market has savings to power your day during the Kickstart the Season event. Take advantage of a huge sale on all supplements like vitamins, protein powders, probiotics, and more. There's a sale on all packaged coffee to get you back in the groove. Plus, find wallet-happy prices on breakfast like organic eggs and bacon from $3.65 by Whole Foods Market. And when the week gets busy, bring home a family meal and let the pros do the cooking. Kickstart fall at Whole Foods Market. Terms apply.
Welcome back to another Shorty's episode. This is My Worst Date. I am Cassie.
I'm Keegan.
I'm Christina.
It's the first of the month.
Hey.
Yep. Welcome to August.
Jesus,
I
August.
Wow.
Well, I know there were a couple of things we wanted to do before we get started.
Oh, man.
For
yes.
some reason, we went back.
I
why did we go
re-listened.
back to listen to our first
because
episode?
we were arguing over who
Who said the
started.
dog, the bounty hunter line?
Yeah.
Which actually, it didn't even necessarily solve that question. I did bring it up, but that line in particular, I don't know who was the first one to coin it because I'm going to have to listen to more old episodes to find that out, and I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
I'm not doing
Not
it
after I listened to number one again.
because I re-listened to the first episode and it was horrible. Like,
Well, the
Thank
sound,
God
the
you stuck
sound,
around. for
Jesus,
those of us-
thank you.
the sound does get better because I recently listened to Shame Receipts, which is episode 4. And it's definitely like the first episode is like the worst. And then we have like one other bad sound episode at like 16 or 17.
When we
that's
had
right.
a problem with
Yeah.
our equipment.
Yeah.
But yeah, the first episode, we were really trying to figure it out. We went through several different like recording setups and, you know, mics and things like that to try and get to where we are right now. And that first one, we just really were unsure about
Right.
like what we were doing. But I mean, you know, I don't mean like, oh my God, it was so horrible. I just mean listening to it now
Right.
Yeah.
when we've come
Knowing where
so
we are
much
now.
further.
Right.
Yeah. It's like, it's,
If you stuck
guess-
along with us.
God bless.
Thank you.
God bless you
Yeah.
guys.
Big thank you for putting up with that and for
All
for
the
t-
ups.
yeah, all the ups. We appreciate it. So yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Oh man, anything else going on recently?
Oh, you know what I watched? I'm like a year behind on
What?
fucking Hereditary.
Oh, I never saw that.
Oh my God.
I don't
Can
even
be a
know
no
what
for
you're
me.
talking about.
So it's the same guy who did Midsummer, Ari
Oh.
Aster, who did
Which you saw, by the way.
I saw Midsummer as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I've seen them all. I saw The Witch in theater. So he did that one and he did Midsummer and Hereditary. I wanted to see Hereditary at the time because I'm like, that looks bananas. It was like last year. And it's like Toni Collette is in it.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
I
Yes.
am so deeply unsettled by that movie. Like, I saw it at home and I saw Midsummer in theaters and Hereditary was scarier. Like, way
I
scarier.
feel like I get more scared watching scary movies in my home than I do watching them in a theater.
I mean,
It feels like you're inviting the demon
Bad shit
into your home.
I mean,
yeah.
I kind of wish I'd seen Hereditary in theaters because there are moments in that movie. I watch so many horror movies. I love horror movies. This movie freaked me out.
Oh,
Like,
I
it
have
freaked
chills.
me out.
Oh, so then you know that's it, Cassie.
Oh,
no
Cassie,
go.
That's a no for
absolutely
me. It is a
fucking not.
no.
It will haunt
I
your
could
dreams.
barely watch the fucking commercial for it. Are you kidding me? The trailer. No thanks.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
you do know there's 2 new Halloween movies coming out.
Really?
Halloween.
God, that is the franchise that will not die. It will not
Will
die.
not.
Like Mike Myers.
Exactly.
It will not die.
No.
2020 and 2021. So who knew?
Okay.
All right.
Okay, which path are they taking here? Because the new one that came out a couple years ago with Jamie Lee Curtis, it took off. It was essentially like there have been 20 Halloweens.
Yeah.
And this one was just like nope. And it went right back as if
Nothing
the
happened.
only one to
Was the
exist
first
was
one.
the first one.
Yeah.
Well,
So-
it does say there is plenty more to come in the saga of Michael Myers and Laurie Strode. So I would imagine it is with, what's her name?
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Because that's Laurie
Wow.
Strode.
Yeah.
With Halloween Kills coming in 2020 and Halloween Ends in cinemas in 2021.
Interesting. I have never seen a movie franchise do that where essentially they unwrote a shit ton of history because
It's probably best that they did.
They're,
though.
they're doing that with Terminator.
Oh, that's right.
really,
Yeah, the new Terminator, that trailer, which by the way has the Bjork song.
And Edward Furlong is coming back.
Yeah, they're basically going back and going from Terminator 2. The end of I think
yeah,
that's right.
T2.
Yeah, T2, and then like all the other ones. It doesn't.
You know that
matter.
Edward Furlong was so happy to get
And
that
that's fine.
fucking phone call. Like, you know, he was like,
God damn it,
he's like,
finally.
Jesus, I need the money. Amazing. I heard they're going to do that with Aliens as well. That because
Also smart.
Alien 1 and Aliens, the second one, are great,
Yeah.
and then
Anything after that's garbage.
3 and 4 are trash, and so they're talking about doing another Alien that takes place right after Alien 2. Aliens.
So,
Yeah.
you want to talk about scary movies? Aliens. Those are both no's for me. Dog.
you can't even.
I
okay.
cannot.
Wow.
First of all, I don't like scary.
Yeah. No.
The
Monsters.
The thing that scares me more than almost anything, aliens.
Really?
Legitimately.
So you're not going to
Balloons
raid
and
Area
aliens.
51?
Oh my God.
You're not going to
No.
raid it?
I'm gonna watch people do it though.
I'll hear with
am-
my popcorn.
I hear it's
Safety of my
they're
own home.
live streaming it. And I'm
Here's
like, I'm
my
totally
thing.
gonna
This is
watch
so
some crazy
stupid.
people.
I think the country
Get
is
shot by the
already
government.
overly populated. So
You know, you guys have at it. Listen,
go.
y'all
Go
go
for
ahead.
it.
I like it that like the details of the event are like they can't get us all.
yeah.
and they're like,
I'm like, I think
can.
they can.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, they can. They have like tanks and shit. Yeah.
man, they can take you.
and you guys made an event that's like, we're going to be there at this date and this time.
Yeah.
But I am living for the memes. The memes are
Oh, God,
cracking me up.
So
funny.
funny.
Someone posted one, like it was in the group. They made a comment in the group and they were like, my mom said she can either drive us to Area 51 or pick us up, but she can't do both.
yes.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
The memes.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
The memes have been the best part.
The ones with
no
like,
one's
the-
really going to
the,
go,
like,
right?
after your wife.
I don't
and
know.
shit.
I-
like it's like when your wife leaves. Oh my God, there was an aliens one. It
Yes.
was like when your wife comes home with a new dog she found.
And it's
it's fucking the alien.
The alien, the xenomorph.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Man.
Yeah. Oh, and also speaking of, this is just a movie podcast now, but Anthony and I watched, I don't know why we did this. We watched the new Predator movie. It was the worst thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Oh,
It
geez.
was so bad. And there are like bad movies that you're like, oh, I'm enjoying this. You know, it's
Yeah.
campy. It was truly so bad. It's like so bad that I was like, how did this get made? Like they
Oh.
were literally just writing off of
should
like
we write this in for how did this get made?
Yes,
I love
yes.
that
love
podcast.
that podcast.
That movie, I'm like, I know so many talented writers and filmmakers
Right.
that can't get their shit made, and I'm like, you guys are greenlighting this,
Yep.
Yeah.
and like millions of dollars went into this bullshit movie.
Right.
I was angry that we watched the whole. I was mad. I was like, why didn't we turn that off? Like 15 minutes in.
Ugh.
Well, they're doing another Jumanji movie too. I don't know if I'm gonna get behind that.
No.
I don't know.
No.
I heard the other one was okay.
The other one's good. I don't know it needs another one.
No,
kinda
it
like-
definitely doesn't.
Just kind of like even the Robin Williams one didn't need a second one.
No,
the first
it
one was
didn't.
good. It's fine.
Yeah.
Just this is good.
Leave it alone. Like
Leave well enough. alone.
Jesus. I guess we should probably get into some stories
Oh, yeah.
at some
Oh, that-
point.
Yes. Yes. All
Give
right.
the people what they want.
What you came for?
Get what you came for. All right. Let me start us off. I was 19 and had been vegetarian for about 6 months at this point, and the thought of someone eating a steak literally made me want to vomit. Anyway, I've been speaking to this guy on Tinder for about a month. He had been away skiing overseas with daddy's money.
That is a long time to be talking to somebody online.
Yeah.
I know. I have like a week. If we
Yeah.
don't make it happen within a week
It's not
to
meant to
like
be.
get together, I'm just like, I'm over it.
But
then.
think of the
I'm
ski trips.
Short attention span.
that he could take you on with
Right.
daddy's money.
Fast forward and we're finally on this date. He knows I'm not financially inclined like he seems to be, but he organizes to go to some fancy place in the city anyway. So instead, I ask if we can go somewhere not so exotic, and we end up going to TGI Fridays.
Okay, there's a middle
There you
ground
go.
Yeah.
there. Like,
Yeah.
come on.
Yeah.
You're like,
Okay.
really fancy or TGI Fridays? Those are the only options.
no.
Dude, they used to have really good potato skins.
Oh, hell
That's what I
yeah.
remember.
Potato
Oh
skins
my
are good.
God,
They did,
potato
didn't they?
skins.
I mean,
Yum.
don't get me wrong. I'm not above a TGI Fridays. I'm
I
just
haven't
saying.
been forever. I haven't been since I was 19, actually. We get there, and what does he order? A steak. Rare. Now, there's nothing wrong with that in general, but come on, man. I had just told you how revolting the idea of steak was to me.
TGI Friday steak rare.
Yeah, you're playing with fire.
You
You're playing
really
with
are.
fire.
What is it? Trichinosis? That's a joke for anybody who listened to our Crazy in Love episode on Patreon.
Yeah, there you go. Now, there's nothing wrong with that in general, but come on, man. He also orders about 5 drinks while I have salad and water. By the way, he had told the waitress I only needed water.
Whoa. I mean, you were 19,
Yeah. But maybe
what
she
if I want
wanted
a
iced
soda?
tea.
but yeah.
Maybe I want a fucking Pepsi, bitch.
Also,
Exactly.
we've talked about this. Like,
Don't fucking
don't
order for me.
order for me
Yeah.
in
Get
front
the
of like
fuck out of here.
no. And 5 drinks while you're having your salad.
5 drinks.
Jesus.
That's a lot. For the space of a meal time, even if you're stretching out, being at a restaurant, you're there for like an hour and a half,
Yeah.
2 hours tops.
I
5
had
drinks.
a
5
lot.
drinks last night when we went out. And guys, listen, if you listened to the other like episode and now you're listening to this one and you're like, damn, they go out and drink a lot.
Yeah.
We do.
You're
but
not wrong, but these episodes are being recorded the same day, so it's the same night. But last night, yeah, I had about 5 drinks last night,
Right.
and that was like
We-
all
we-
night. I
we-
mean, that was from like
And we were
8
dunsies.
right, and
by
that
the
was from
end.
like 8 p.m.
Yeah.
through like 1 a.m.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you had 5 drinks in the course of one
Meal.
Wow.
Yeah. The bill comes. My portion of the bill is $20, while his is well over 90.
Holy
He
shit.
turns to
5
the
drinks.
waitress and says, she's a feminist, so she'll get the bill.
Oh, you motherfucker! Oh,
The waitress looks at me so pale I could almost see through her. I turned back to him and said, "Oh, I believe in equal rights. Here's $20 for my share of the bill, and you can pay your part." And I got up and walked away.
good for you. Good for you. Oh my
Thank
god.
you.
That's what feminism is.
And
Equal.
You got to
Yeah.
keep cash. I got to remember to keep cash on me for shit
for
like
shit
that.
like that.
For
Yeah.
a quick
Don't.
exit.
Yeah, when you got to
Well,
deuces, it's cash all the way.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. This one is from our Facebook group.
Yes.
The Myra State Facebook group. There is a theme here because she also opens hers with, I was 19. I was 19, starting my 2nd semester at college and working evenings / late nights at Steak and Shake.
Oh my
Steak and
God.
Shake.
Steak
So
and Shake.
fucking good. I love Steak and Shake. They have the best trash chili cheese fries.
Yeah, because their fries were like so
Shoestring.
shoestring.
I like it for
chili cheese fries
because you
yeah.
can eat it with a fork.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
So
I see
good.
what you're
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah.
Okay. Most people could tell based on first impression that I had done math competitively in high school. I love that description is perfect. 'Cause
I
I'm like,
love you.
oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yes.
Whole Foods Market has savings to power your day during the Kickstart the Season event. Take advantage of a huge sale on all supplements like vitamins, protein powders, probiotics, and more. There's a sale on all packaged coffee to get you back in the groove. Plus, find wallet-happy prices on breakfast like organic eggs and bacon from $3.65 by Whole Foods Market. And when the week gets busy, bring home a family meal and let the pros do the cooking. Kickstart fall at Whole Foods Market. Terms apply.
I worked with a dishwasher who seemed around my age and was attractive, quiet, and serious all the time. Every once in a while, he'd ask me for a ride home. No biggie. It was always close, but never the same house. I once told him I liked his teardrop tattoo. That's the embarrassing part that makes me cringe, she says.
Oh no.
Oh, no,
Months
she doesn't know.
into work, I know, she's precious.
Oh.
Everything about this, I'm like,
bless
I
her
like your
heart.
adorable. I know. And she was probably like trying to flirt. Or she's
Yeah.
like, your tattoo's really cool.
As she pushes
you know?
her glasses.
I know.
Oh God.
Months into working with him, he showed up hours late for a shift, but no one was too concerned. I love this Midwest mentality. It's like,
Yeah,
you're
it's
at
fine.
Steak and Shake. It's fine. Who cares? A couple hours?
Dishwasher.
Whatever.
He's fine.
Go ahead. The next day, federal officers were in our manager's office. Turned out the cute, quiet, serious guy with the teardrop tattoo was late because he had killed someone and burned their car.
Oh my God.
He didn't get that second teardrop
And
tattoo
he
yet,
still
though.
went to work.
Yeah. He's like, I got shit to do. I
He's like, I gotta get. I'm a little late for my shift, but just set this car on fire real quick.
wow.
That's commitment.
Wow. Yeah, to Steak and Shake. He's like, I got to keep this job.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
my God.
That's so bananas.
Oh my God.
I think about this guy all the time. I have no idea what came of him, nor do I know what his relationship was to the person or why he killed them. And I think whatever higher power that he didn't decide his dorky, obtuse coworker who liked his teardrop tattoo should meet the same fate.
Oh my God. That is bananas.
Oh my
That's the
goodness.
best.
Fucking wild.
Oh my God.
Does she want to
I like the tattoo.
remain nameless, or should we shout her out? I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
I
I know somebody who shot someone.
She's like,
No. I'm good. It's cool. Woo. All right. So I was so excited to finally have a date from online dating. Our first date was cut short, but immediate text to me again. We did and felt we built a good connection. She canceled plans to go to the movies before I left for town for the day. Texted her when I got back. Her ex is back in the picture. I texted back, I hope you find happiness. She kept contact with me though. So we meet up again a few days later. I work in the conversation toward why she isn't hanging out with him. The ex is smoking crack at her house and she didn't want to be around it.
well, yeah, that's smart.
Yeah.
That's smart.
But why at your house?
In your house. Yeah.
He has somehow moved back in over the last week.
Oh, no.
Somehow.
He just showed up and didn't leave then.
Yeah.
He's just loitering in your house.
She actually mentioned how she laughed when I texted wishing her happiness because she would never find it with him.
Then why is he in your
her poor
house?
judgment is saving me from this disaster.
Wow.
And this is this poor guy. I'm assuming it's a guy. This poor guy. This was his first online date.
Yeah. Yep.
Like this was like
That's a lot.
his first match.
Would you rather
Let's unpack this bag.
Would you rather
Okay.
you're online dating for the first time?
Should we for shorties do a would you rather like we do fuck Mary kills?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Every
okay.
short. Okay.
So would
like
you rather
Okay.
have a terrible first online date or an incredible first online date? Because my first online date that I matched up with was Handyman. So then I was like, this is easy. This is going to be great.
You're like, well, this is a done and done.
Yeah, I'm like, dating's a breeze. You just meet people
Do
on
it.
an app, and then it's
And you're
it's
done.
easy.
It's done.
Or would you rather know ahead of time what the fucking
What the deal is.
what the deal is, and have like a more reasonable expectations?
Oh,
I don't
I gotta
know.
go with incredible. I like good.
I think I would rather have
Yeah.
a good one because then, I mean, nothing says you have to like lock it down with that person. You know, like you can still play the field, and then maybe when you have some really bad dates, by comparison, you're like, never mind, that first one, that was it.
When my first boyfriend broke my heart, I remember thanking him, not for breaking my heart, but for just being like a good example of what a good boyfriend should be. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like after
Yeah.
like I was like through the heartache of it all, I remember being like, you know what? I appreciate, I mean, it sucks that we're broke up, whatever, like the whole thing, but I do appreciate big picture having a relationship with somebody who was a really good person. I mean, neither of us did anything wrong. We were just fucking high school and like things aren't meant to be and whatever,
Right.
it shit happens.
Yeah.
But you know, but I mean, he broke my heart, but I remember being like, I really appreciate that.
Yeah, I think good. I think I would rather have a good one because also it shows you that yes, it's rare, but it does exist.
Yeah.
And I think it makes you less likely to settle because if you start off bad and then everything is bad, then maybe you're just like, well, everything is bad. And so I should just lower my expectations and just lower my standards because I'm never going to find anything good. Whereas like if you have that good bar set for you, then you're like, okay, it is possible.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to like
Settle.
for fucking raw steak TGI Friday guy, you know?
Exactly.
Like,
Or crack smoking roommates.
yeah, Jesus. Like crack smoking boyfriend.
Yeah.
What? Call somebody to kick him out of your house.
Been there, fuck that.
So this one I love. I actually kind of wish I could meet this guy. Whoever you are, I'm in love with you.
Have you met my
Gonna
friend
casually
Christina?
drop that.
Yes, I actually have fallen in love with this person just due to this story. Okay. So last night I met up with a great girl I met on Match.com. She was smart and funny, and we had a ton in common and had good conversation. But when the food arrived, I realized that I wasn't hungry in the slightest. That's a bad sign for me.
Uh-oh.
Fast forward 30 minutes,
Oh, no.
and I'm struggling not to puke while still trying to maintain coherent conversation.
Oh, I've been there
Have you
so
been there?
many times.
So many times where you're just like,
I have
Sweat.
been there. I had
Sweating.
again.
I feel my
God,
God, sweating.
This
Oh.
makes me feel. This makes me sound terrible.
Oh,
This makes me
no.
sound really bad. But I was hungover, like tremendously hungover, when I had to do my first reading of that play I was
Oh,
in.
that's right.
right.
God,
And
I remember.
it was so hard. I'm having to like read through a play, and like every time I wasn't on like up for a few pages, I would like quietly like get up, excuse myself to the bathroom, and like throw up, and then like come
Oh
back
my God.
to finish the reading. But yeah, it's the fucking worst.
Oof.
Yeah. I eventually can't take it anymore, go to the bathroom, and barely make it to the toilet and hurl. I get done, figure, well, didn't get any on me. Hope I don't smell like it. And that was just
Put in
a
a
one
mint.
and done.
Stop at the hostess stand, get a mint.
Nope. Half hour later, have to do it again, and it's coming out the other end too.
Oh, no. Levels.
This is the love of your life, Christina.
Meanwhile, yes, I love it because I love that he's still trying to maintain the date. This
He's
is
like,
fine.
"That's fine."
Everything's fine.
I really don't
I
want to blow it
really-
with her.
I really don't want to blow it. He likes this girl so much that he's willing to just like power through what seems to be food poisoning.
Yeah, you're sweating.
Oh,
like we know,
clammy.
like when you're throwing up and like shitting, like
Oh, that's
you were like so sweaty. Yeah, it's like chills, but you're like cold
Yeah.
sweat. Oh
Yeah.
no!
I go back and am desperately wanting to keep talking to her because I'm pretty sure things like my stomach's bothering me or I have a headache are dating code phrases for I'm not having a good time and want to leave, but I don't want to hurt your feelings. So he didn't want to tell her the truth because he was like,
'cause
I'm
it
really
sounds like a
interested.
cop-out.
Yeah. But I was badly off and getting worse and was honest with her and said, I must have gotten a hold of something bad with lunch and I can't stop puking and I had to get home. Messaged her later saying, I was so sorry I got sick and I'd love to try to make it up to her. I figured the odds were low she'd be interested further.
They're fucking married, aren't they?
But she replied and said yes.
Oh,
Anyways, thought I'd share. I thought it was funny in a horrible sort of way to finally go on a date with someone with whom you've got a ton in common with, only then to get violently ill in the middle
oh
of it.
my
Oh,
god!
the
And I can't
I was
relate.
like, they're married, aren't they?
No, update. I'm not ready to date again.
Aw.
It seems food poisoning isn't as charming as I'd hoped. So that's what he's available. You're out
You're
there.
like, she's like,
He's available.
He's available.
He's available.
We're gonna go get him.
We're gonna go get him.
Where's
Have
the-
you met my
let's
friend
go.
Christina? But
Let's
I
look him
just
up
like,
online.
I just think that's so. He's just like, will you excuse me for a minute?
I know. I mean, honestly,
You just know she's watching him sweat to death.
yes,
I know.
Yes,
It's like,
there's no way
What
he's
is on
not.
drugs?
I know. And she like is writing. She's like, my worst date podcast at gmail.com.
Yes, yes.
I went out with this fucking guy who just started sweating in the middle.
Yeah, you're like, is he going to the bathroom to do crack? Like, because you know,
Two sides
also-
appear. Two sides to-
3 times from the table, and then told me he wasn't feeling well.
Okay. And you know, like, you know, too, like, what someone looks like. It's not just, like,
Yeah.
the sweat, but
No.
it's also, like, you
Flush.
get, like, or pale. Like, one
Yeah.
or the other. It's either,
And
like, you're flushed or
there's
you're, like,
something,
pallid.
something in the eyes too. There's like a bright desperation behind it. It's like really trying. You're trying to keep everything in, and so it comes across. You get crazy eyes.
You look manic.
Manic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, they're, like, drugs for
no.
sure. That'd
Yeah.
be me. I'd be like, I think he's doing drugs in the bathroom.
And we would have been like, yes, he is. It's definitely
Girl,
crack.
it's definitely drugs.
Poor guy just had a tummy ache. Oh my
But
god.
food poisoning, man.
That's
food
no
poisoning is like that has happened to me actually. I got food poisoning in the middle of recording an episode of my other podcast. And we kept having to like pause it so I could like get up and throw up, but I'm like, we have to finish. We have to
power
finish
through.
power through.
Oh, man.
Oh God, awful.
Well, yeah, if you have stories, please send them to us at myworstdatepodcast@gmail.com. Be they long, be they short, or just reach out and say, hey, we love it so much. Thanks for listening to another Shorty episode. We'll see you next time.
Cheers.
This is a Glass Box Media podcast.